Hi, welcome to Gabbing with Girlfriends. And my girlfriend today, again, is Ariel Gale. And I'm so glad she's back for part two because the last one went so fast, our last chat. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I was just admiring her background before we signed in. I love it. It looks so pretty. So is it just the
Yes.
two of you there?
Yes, and the dogs.
Of course. Well, that's a
Yeah.
given.
Have to
Um,
include the dogs.
I didn't know if you had a brother and a baby and a sister-in-law there.
No,
Mhm.
my brother Harrison, I have two. He is for the last several years, however long he's been doing it, he produces AFWorks' big convention in Vegas. AFWorks is like the Air
Oh,
Force's
that's cool.
CES, basically. It's like all the newest technologies and inventions that the Air Force has come up
Oh my
with over the
gosh.
last however long. And then there's this big convention, and
How
Harrison has
cool
been
is
like
that?
producing it for years. So he's
But
doing
who would
that
have
right
even
now.
known
So
that
he
such a thing
has to be in
exists?
Vegas. Leave it to Harrison to find all of it. But he's also like, he brought drone racing to Vegas, so people knew who to reach out to. I want to say the military has reached out to him in the past
I
and
love it.
for his
Oh, that's really fun.
expertise on
To
drones.
change the subject, well, kind
Yeah.
of to change the subject, it's still
Yeah.
Las Vegas oriented. So, but I recently found this out. Do you know what, now I forgot what it's called, that there's an airline that just services the military, specifically Area 51? Janet or Jane, Janet.
So,
You
yes,
gotta look it up.
I don't know what the name is, but they're the planes when you land at the airport, they're the ones that don't have tail numbers.
It's and they
They're
have a
unmarked
red
planes.
stripe. I saw one. I actually saw one and didn't know what it was. And then
Mhm.
the assistant that I had at the
Yeah.
time happened to be a huge, like, aviation nut, and told me what the plane was because I told her how I saw this plane, and there are two of them. It's called Janet. The airline is called Janet, and that it was really weird that it was just a red stripe and no tail number. And I said it was really weird because it was at the private airport and blah, blah, blah. She
Yeah.
said, "Oh, that's Janet." And I said, "Janet who?" And she said, "That's the Area 51 airplane." Who knew that that even existed?
Yeah. I've also heard, I don't know if it's true, but I've heard that
Pilot?
they blindfold the employees that work there. No, that would be interesting. No, the people that work there that they have to
Wow.
fly back and forth. So
That's so
supposedly
funny.
they don't even
Well,
know
I have
where
an
it's
Area
located.
51 story, but it's too long to even begin to go in here. But I have to tell you because it was something that I did with my husband and my two
I
kids.
think I know it, actually. I
Such a long story, but to make it really, really, really short, I stayed in the car while the three of them explored and were met with guns. And we left very, very, very quickly. And it was so scary. And it was something out
sad
of
place
Men in
people go
Black.
to.
Like all of a sudden, there were all these like men on a mountain, on a hill, standing there with like long guns, whatever these things are. And there must have been 20 of
That's
them. It was
crazy.
really scary. Yeah,
That's crazy.
really crazy.
It's crazy you even found
We
it.
did.
Did you know what you were looking for?
I don't even remember how, but because James and Jack Osborne were really super into that sort of thing. And I mean, this was so many years ago. This has to be like 25, 30 years ago. I bet 30 years ago. And I don't even know how they even knew what an internet was back then, but they actually explored and explored and explored, kids, like they were kids, and found this map. And just on a whim, we thought we would do it. And it was actually the combination of three different maps. And it took us hours. There were all these signs, "Do not enter," and, will be, I don't even know if it was shot, but that's kind of vibe it
Shot.
was. But it was like so
Will be
crazy. The,
shot.
the hidden cameras in the cactus. It was just like something out of a movie. It was crazy. But anyway, but there's more to the story, but I'll tell you, I will save it for our lunch.
Let's have lunch.
Yeah, we have
Let's have lunch
ne-
soon when we're in the same
never
city. Like we're
had a,
never in the same
except we
place.
were in England together, which we were in
Yeah,
Birmingham
we were
together,
in
just
Birmingham
outside
together.
Birmingham together. And I can't believe it was as many years. Pardon?
And then you had to go right
I had to
back.
go right back for a very sad funeral.
Was the whole town just in mourning, the whole city?
Like when they did the
It looked
procession the
like
day
it.
before the funeral, we didn't do it. We just, um, I mean, they really had to do it. And, well, they wanted to do it, obviously, but, the fans really needed it. And, yeah, it was just, yeah, that was,
It's amazing to have seen the pictures of that bench that was just covered in flowers, and we had just seen it a couple weeks before. And I got a picture when nobody was sitting. So Matt and I were looking at it, the picture you sent me covered in flowers,
yeah,
and then
it's
the
just,
picture that we took that was
but it was
completely
like
empty, just like 2 weeks
mountains of
before.
flowers. Like they went on forever. And they saved, the city saved like all the notes and things that people left. And they're organizing it in a warehouse to go through,
Wow.
to pass along what they can. So, yeah, it's really cool. It's cool the kind of
Wow, that's
care
really
and
cool.
attention that the
That's
city
cool.
took. It was almost, I liken it to Princess Diana. Yeah,
I was
yeah,
gonna
it's
say it
pretty
was like a
bizarre. And the number of
royal
people that have said to me
funeral.
since then
Yeah.
is they had no idea. They had no idea that he was that loved or that popular or just that well known enough to warrant that kind of treatment. Personally, always just assumed that his name was actually household words, and but never really thought to what extent. Pretty crazy because it wasn't just Birmingham. I mean, that's where you saw the majority of the tributes, but every newspaper,
That was
every
all over the world.
news, every kind of broadcast, everything all over the world. It's like crazy.
So in LA, every store was playing all Ozzy music.
I
It
saw
would
that.
his star on the Walk of Fame. They had people were constantly there putting flowers there. There was someone selling T-shirts right next to it, Ozzy shirts. But I mean, it was a worldwide thing, and I want to say for a whole week or more, it was nothing but Ozzy, Black Sabbath. It was just really, and I just find it incredible for him to have had that final show and see how the world just loved and adored him, at the end of his life. It
It's
was really
quite a
quite
divine sort of thing to
magical.
think that 2 weeks before he was actually part of the celebration of his life. That that's what the gig kind of
Absolutely.
was a tribute to him, and he got to be part of it. That it's just still so surreal to think that 9 days later or whatever it was that he was gone. You know, that night was so
Yeah.
perfect that who would have thought that, it was only a matter of days that he wouldn't even be here.
And I know that, he was not well and everything, but the performance he gave
Yeah.
that night, you would have never
Yeah.
ever
Yeah.
thought that he was that sick. I mean, he was obviously he had mobility issues, but he was so present and there and with us all, and it
Yeah. I
just
still
was
get chills. I do. It's, yeah.
incredible that yeah, it
And
just really
happy.
was
Yeah.
amazing and
Yeah, happy.
such a poetic ending. Yeah, happy, happy. And just so, like I said, just amazing to see how loved you are in the whole world. I think like 8 million people streamed it on pay per view,
Pretty
bought it on
crazy.
pay per view. So it's a pretty amazing
Yeah.
way to
Yeah.
leave
Yeah.
this
You
world.
can't, I mean, if you have to go, and we all do, yeah. Yeah. If you have to go, what a better
Yeah,
way
which we all
to,
do. Yeah.
do it.
Like
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
know how what your
And not in
legacy
pain, not,
is.
you know, just like a light switch here and then not. And it's just, yeah. I mean, that poor family, it's pretty, it's very sad. 'Cause, hmm.
I
Anyway,
know.
so, but
It's
yes, it
the
was
worst.
a lovely sending off, and family just have to be strong, and you know, okay, yeah,
Yeah. And
Terry's
how are you
doing
all doing?
much better. He was quite a mess for a bit. Yeah,
It was a beautiful article he
he
wrote.
was.
Really beautiful article.
Yeah, the whole thing was very moving. But anyway, okay. So on a brighter subject, tell me what's going on with you. What's new?
Nothing. We're just up in Sun Valley for a little while. I'm not here as long as my mom, but we're just got out of Vegas. It was so funny. My mom was kept telling me how beautiful Vegas is this summer and it's so mild and I'm like it's still triple digits, but it's just like 100 degrees or 105 degrees. It's not 120 degrees. And so when we
The
got up
difference.
here, she couldn't
So
believe
what's the temperature there right
how
now
hot
where
she
you are
actually
ish?
was in Vegas. It's actually
Oh,
chilly today.
oh.
It's like high 60s right now. So it's kind of chilly. That's why I'm in a sweatshirt. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I'm looking to see what we are because it's hot here. It's really hot, but there's a breeze and, it's mountain air and it just never feels quite as hot. But I'll tell you something, when we lived in Beverly Hills and we were getting ready to move to the valley, everybody's like, oh my God, you're going to die with that heat. You're not even going to believe the difference. And I'm like, okay, how much of a difference could you really feel between 85 and 92? And, you know,
Big.
it was like, but I moved there and I felt the difference and I didn't get it. It's like to me, anything over kind of
Oh
80
yeah.
is hot. Makes no difference if it's 80 or 90 or probably even 100. Hot's hot. But when you're in Vegas and people say, oh, it's a dry heat, it doesn't matter. Somehow it is 110. It matters. It's, yeah,
Yeah, it matters. And it does matter. 100 to 110 is a big difference. So for Vegas, technically it was very mild, or it is very mild. And out at our house, it's even like five
oh, is that right?
degrees cooler because of all the trees and grass and yeah, it's usually cooler. But it's still hot.
I just
LA
looked.
is
It's
like
80 here
90 right
today.
now.
And yeah. Oh, yeah, it
Oh
was
wow. I didn't
94
realize Park
yesterday.
City got that hot.
But you don't feel it the same. You really don't. It sounds like I'm always kind of defending the heat here because there's almost always some kind of breeze. Yeah, I don't know why. You just don't feel it the same.
Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful here right now. It's a little cool. I think cooler than
So
normal
when do you go
this time of
home?
year, but it's nice. Beautiful. I think Saturday. I don't have a
And then
flight
how
yet,
do you
but I think
fly from Sun
Saturday.
Valley to LA? What does that? Oh,
I
I didn't know that.
think United, but I don't
Yeah, I
think
never
every
think.
day. There's no
Um,
straight flight to
like
Vegas.
there's places in Montana that I know people that go to every summer that have a house there or whatever. And I just always assume they must do it privately because how else would you get there? And it's pretty crazy how so many of these little bitty towns
Most,
do have airports and they fly. I mean, again, not daily, but maybe
yeah,
twice a week or whatever it is. They really do have airports. I never knew St. George had an airport. Yeah, yeah.
but they're very small airports. And big commercial flights don't go to them. In fact, Sun Valley just recently started allowing commercial flights. Sun
Yeah,
Valley is kind of a hard place to get to. It's it used to only I think you used to only be able to fly into it private, but and then if you flew commercial, I think you'd have
Oh,
to go to Twin
how far is
Falls or
Boise
Boise
then?
and then drive in. Twin Falls is closer.
Oh,
I don't know how far, maybe a couple hours
oh
for
wow.
Boise. Twin
I
Falls is
didn't.
maybe like an hour, hour and a half ish. But fairly recently, within the last handful of years, I'm terrible with time, they started flying smaller planes, but commercial planes into Sun Valley, but not every day. And like once or
Do you
twice
know,
a day on the
I
days that
never
they
have,
do it.
I have zero
So it's kind of
concept of
hard
time.
to get here, which is nice.
Yeah, me too. I don't know why. I think some people are just born that way. Like I've never been able to think. It's hard for me to put things in any kind of time reference because I don't have it. I just can't. Yeah.
Me too. The other thing that is always challenging for me is left and right. It doesn't come naturally. I always
Is
have
that
to do
right?
this and see which one makes the L.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, do this
Are
and
you
which one makes the
dyslexic?
L? Your left hand.
Is that a form of dyslexia?
No,
Oh, oh, it's quirky.
I don't think so. I just, I just move
Well, that's
freely about
cute. Oh
time and
yeah, I like
space,
that.
I guess.
Did
I don't know.
I was going to tell you something about Crossroads. I don't even, but I don't remember what it was. Have you ever been to one of their things where Chef Tall will do a food event with another really well-known chef that's not a vegan chef, but they'll
Mm-mm.
at Crossroads. I think they're getting ready to do one someplace else in LA. And these things are really brilliant. I'm going to send this to you because it's so worth doing. I've been to maybe two or three throughout the years, two or three. I couldn't tell you how long ago because I have no concept of time, but throughout the years. But these things are so amazing. And when you read about the other chef, like there's another really well known chef, and of course I can't think of his name, LA based, and he had a restaurant I think called Ink. It's not there anymore, but has something else. But anyway, you read about him and all of his kind of meat specialties, and then he does this thing with Tal, and the food is just like you just couldn't imagine this chef making that. If that makes sense.
So all the food is vegan though when he does this collab with Tall.
Whatever their restaurant specialty is, but they do it vegan. It's really fun. You'd love it.
That's really cool because it's essentially
Yeah,
teaching
and it's
chefs how to
teaching
cook vegan.
people too that you know you can eat this and not even know or care what the ingredients are or aren't. It's just pretty. It's pretty amazing how people will nowadays be able to enjoy a vegan meal and not moan all the way through it.
I actually think you have to be more creative when you cook vegan. I mean, think about it. When you are a meat eater, you eat the same thing. Burgers, chicken, steak.
Sauces,
I mean,
different
it's
cooked
all the
different ways.
same with a different rub or yeah. Yeah, exactly. But with vegan, you have to get creative and prepare different flavors and vegetables and things together, to make it interesting and appetizing. I
Well,
mean, I don't agree. I shouldn't say appetizing. I eat raw vegetables all the time. I love vegetables. So, but in order for I think people to appreciate a meal the same way they do as like a
the
meat
very first
meal,
time I walked
um,
into Chef
yeah,
Kenny's
I
Dim
just
Sum, is that what it's called? The first time I walked in there, I had actually called in an
best.
order to pick up. So just all by myself, and all of a sudden, somebody was, I guess, somebody was walking to a table from the kitchen with this platter that has to be this big, that had something fish shaped and looking very fishy. And I thought, oh my God, I'm in the wrong place. There's, I just, there's, I couldn't even figure out who, what, why, or where. It just made no sense to me why this fish is walking through this restaurant. And so, anyway, I went to get my order and I said, everything here is vegan, right? And she said, yes. And I said, are they having fish? And it wasn't a fish, but you've never seen any. It was amazing. Like Terry would never eat that because it looked like fish.
I would never eat it either. I haven't seen
Yeah,
that at his
but
place,
I
but
was
if it's
fascinated.
too real, I can't eat it either. Freaks me out. But he used to have a restaurant that wasn't vegan. And I think he had health issues, which is why he had to stop cooking with meat and all those terrible oils and stuff. And that's why he went vegan. And so he has taken all traditional Chinese
Yeah,
dishes
he's
and
very,
veganized them
very
basically.
creative, very creative, very
It's such
yummy.
good
But
food too.
you're talking about how you have to
Yeah.
be a bit more clever, a bit more creative with your cooking. When I saw that fish walk by, you couldn't get much more clever than that because it looked like a fish, like a whole fish. Like,
That doesn't sound appetizing to me. No, I know, but it is
yeah,
amazing that you can create something to look like that. Because if you're trying to get people to
because
try, vegan food,
they
you
say
might
you
as
eat with
well
your
make it
eyes
look like
first.
what they're used to
Oh
eating.
no, I know what I have to tell you. Did you know that there's this restaurant, now I've gone blank, in Vegas that is vegan, and I think it's called Blackout, and it's all in the dark. No, like seriously.
No?
And the food, the reviews are amazing. Like the food's supposed to be great.
That
Yeah.
sounds interesting.
They take you.
Can you,
No,
like,
they
find
walk
your
you.
way to your
They walk you.
table? Or do you, like,
You're,
fall
I
over?
don't, yeah, I guess so. To your
Okay.
table.
With a
And I'm
leg
dying
or
to do it.
something,
And
right?
Terry would never do that because he has to see what he's eating because he doesn't trust anybody. So he has to see it. But you do?
I
Oh
kind of
no, I want to
agree.
do it. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, all vegan.
If it was an
But
all
yeah,
vegan,
I
oh, it
think it'd be
is all
fun to
vegan.
eat something and not know,
Oh,
is it green? Is it red? Is it blue? What, not have any idea what it is. And all you could do is just, must heighten your taste senses. Do you know what I mean? Because you can't see it.
yeah, but I'm also a texture person and I can't stand gooey, slimy. Like, I've never had jello, and it's not because it's horse's hooves, it's because I could never get that jiggly thing
Yeah,
close
as a child,
enough
I
to
was the
me to
same.
ever
I
have
had
it.
it
Like,
as a
it
grown
just
up, but as a
freaks me
child, the
out.
same thing. The whole jiggly thing freaked me out. But
Freaks me out. So I couldn't risk, I think, eating something that would be
I probably have
slimy in
that. You
my
can touch it
mouth, even if it's vegan.
because it's dark. Nobody would see that you're kind of using your
Oh,
hands. I think I mean, I don't know. There
what
must be
happens
a
when you have to go to
button.
the
I have no
bathroom in
idea,
this
but they
place?
must. Maybe you just scream, "Hey, help!" I don't know, but
I mean, I guess it's an
me
interesting
too.
concept. I sometimes
And then
wonder how
how they
people
come
come
up
up
with
with
these
these
things and
things.
how you know it's going to work.
Yeah, well, I don't think you ever know if it's gonna work, but I guess, I mean, is this something that you would do, like, multiple times, or is it something you would go to once to
Yeah, you'd go to
experience it,
once
and
to
then
experience
I
it,
mean, I
and
guess if the
then
food was
every
good, you
time
might
you'd have a
go.
friend come in from out of town, you'd have to take them to experience it. And because the food's really good, assuming it is, because the food's really good, you're going to want to go back again anyway. So, but that's an interesting question. I wonder how many repeat customers there are. But there
Repeats.
must be enough. The place is in business, and I've
Yeah.
known about it for 2 years, so it wasn't a new. I don't know. I forgot.
Oh, where is
But
it in Vegas, do you
Blackout it's
know?
called. But don't you dare go without me because I'm
I'll
dying.
have to check it out. I won't. I won't. As long as it's all vegan, and maybe we could
Nothing
tell
slimy,
the chef, like,
nothing
"Don't bring
jiggly,
us
nothing
anything
slimy.
slimy."
Yeah,
Yeah. Nothing slimy,
yeah,
yeah.
everything.
Crispy,
Yeah,
crunchy,
everything should always be all
salty.
three of those factors anyway, or it's inedible. Um,
Yeah.
but so,
Yeah,
how
exactly.
long? How long's your mom going to stay there? End of
Probably
August?
till the end of the month.
Oh, that's not very long.
She mhm. She used to be up here most of the summer, but there was so
Yeah,
much
because that's
going
not
on in
very
Vegas,
long.
she had to
End
stay
of
until now. No, it's not very long. But now that we have
I
baby,
know
our baby.
that makes
It's hard to be
everything.
away
It
for a long
changes
time.
everything.
She's
Uh,
so delightful. She's just the cutest
how
little
old is
thing.
she?
She's starting to talk too, which is crazy.
Wow.
14 months. She's early. She's definitely ahead
Oh, oh, I
in
love
all
it.
departments.
That's
She's so cute.
what a joy to the
Yeah.
family.
Yeah. Hmm. So, so yeah, so she doesn't stay away as long as she used to.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now we'll do some questions and answers today, shall we? Okay. I-
Okay. Okay. Good. Because when you said we wanted to do part two, I was like, I
Oh,
have no
well,
idea what I told you that I did
well, we don't have to
the
talk
first
about faulty
time. So I
towers
don't know if I'd be
again, but
repeating
that's
myself.
definitely on my to-do list because I am going to go see it. And yeah, but I do think that you're really good at, well, you did so much and you're really good at relaying your activities. And yeah, you're very detail oriented with it. Like I'm one of those that would go, "Oh, I ate at so and so, and I really liked it. Order whatever," and that would be the extent of my conversation about it. But no, you were quite in depth with it, which is pretty awesome. So in your next life, you can be a
Thank you.
travel blogger if you like. Hmm.
I'd love to. That would be so much fun to like just
Yeah,
travel and tell people the fun places. Well, I mean, it would, my followers would have to be people who like to eat and drink and
yeah,
walk,
eat,
see art,
drink, see art, and
eat and drink specific. Yeah.
yeah, and just and enjoy the newness of places because some people are creatures of habit. I often think I used to think I really was. I would only ever go to the same place in Hawaii or the same place, well, whatever, wherever, and not try a different city, not try a different hotel, not try anything different. I was definitely a creature of habit, and somehow I changed, and probably because my husband and I don't have similar likes on our vacations. He very much likes to see things. I very much like to rest. If I'm on vacation, I think that's what it is. So, yeah, so I've had to learn to try other places and kind of compromise our visits to wherever we are. So, okay. So, question number one. Do you consider yourself a mountain person or an ocean person?
Hmm.
I know that's really hard. That's a hard one.
I don't think I can choose. It's really hard because they're so different and I like them for different reasons. I love the water, even though the older I get, I don't like to be in the water, but I love the ocean air. I love the beach. But I love the mountains. The mountain air is totally different. And technically, I grew up in desert mountains, but mountains. So
Do you know? And I didn't make
I
these
love the
questions up.
mountains.
They get sent in, and that's a tough one for me to answer because
Oh,
people that listen,
who
they send
sends
them.
them to
Yeah,
you?
yeah. Um, we
Oh,
ask them to.
that's
Like we'll
cool.
put something on on Instagram or whatever. If you have anything you want to ask, please send, and they do. But I'm the same. I could never. Yeah, that's really hard because there's so many elements. I'm not a water person, but I like looking at it and I like the sea breeze. I'm not a skier, but I like mountain air. So,
So I was a water person all growing up, and I was a snowboarder growing up too. I don't want to be in water anymore, and I don't want to be cold on a mountain anymore. But I like to go to both
yeah,
places. I'll just
with the
stay
hot chocolate.
cozied up by the fire when it's snowing outside. And I also don't want to be in snow for very, like, I'll visit for a couple days, but cold is not a vacation to me. I get cold very easily. And so I like the mountains, but I also like the mountains
Yeah,
when it's summertime
that's
and
the
I
best
can go
time.
outside and take walks
But you know
and,
what? It's really weird to me. All the
I don't,
years,
yeah.
like forever, that I've gone to Las Vegas, just for years, driving through or going there for a week, whatever. Do you know, I don't know that I ever noticed the mountains or how many mountains there are around there until I know. Isn't it crazy? I don't know
Oh, it's
that why I
surrounded.
never knew that.
Yeah,
I never paid attention.
yeah. And there was nothing to do growing up in Vegas for kids. And so when I was in high school, I was always in the mountains with my friends. I mean, we would have parties out in the desert, but I have friends, we would always go out there and of course we were drinking and smoking pot and doing all kinds of stuff out there. But
Isn't that funny?
I was always in at
That's so
Red Rock.
funny. Um, okay,
Yeah.
next one. Um, are you a cat person or a dog person?
I can't choose this one either. I say I'm a cat person, but I live with dogs. I don't have any cats right now. So it's hard to be a cat person without any cats. And I'm totally obsessed with Justin, my dog, Justin. And I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
obsessed with Odie and I was obsessed with Sal, so, but I moved to LA with cats. I grew up with both and I love both. And my dream is to grow up and be the crazy cat lady in a flowy robe with my martini glass
No
surrounded by a
problem.
thousand
That's an easy
guests.
one.
So Matt's like, yeah, Matt's like, so you want to be alone? And so I dream about being the cat lady,
Yeah,
but I
yeah. That's
love
another
dogs.
one. I'm
I'm a
both.
big dog
I'm
person.
I'm both, and
Yeah, me too.
I
How do you
grew up with
choose? There's nothing
cats,
cuter than a
so
kitten
I was
or a
petrified
puppy.
of dogs until not all that long ago. Until I got Missy, I was scared to death of dogs. And when I got her, I was kind of scared of her, and she was only this big. But
Ugh,
yeah, so yes, I'm definitely both.
really? That's so
Um,
funny.
okay, what is your favorite movie of all time? And that one's really hard. I think maybe you could answer quickly.
That's really hard, but I
Oh,
could
that's
probably say Breakfast at
nice.
Tiffany's. I
You
used to
did?
watch it every day when I was a kid. Yeah, I wanted to be
Ah,
Holly Golightly
what a
so bad.
quaint.
So, Breakfast at Tiffany's, but I
See, I'm not an
I don't
old
know, I
movie
love old
lover.
movies.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
I know, we had that conversation. You
Yeah, no, no, I
you don't
don't.
even
I
like
don't.
movies
And
that are
anything
about old
before
times.
1985 is a period piece to me. So um, but yeah, it's really tough. But speaking of movies that
That's
could fall
hilarious.
under one of your favorite movies, doesn't fall under one of my favorites, but probably did as a child, is Wizard of Oz. Okay, could you imagine that at the
Oh, I
Sphere?
love Wizard of Oz.
They are.
Ooh,
No, they
you know
are.
what I heard? They are gonna do it, and I wonder if they're gonna play
Why?
Dark Side of the Moon
Why would they?
with it. That's
Oh,
what you're
oh yeah,
supposed
I
to
get it.
that's the
I get it. I get it.
that was the thing growing up. You start the
Oh, I get it. Did you ever do that?
soundtrack with the movie and it
Does it work?
yeah,
Oh, but I don't know. But a
yeah.
friend of mine just bought tickets to go. August 31st, she's
Wait,
going.
when is it? I just heard that it's gonna be there.
I think for a while.
How long is it playing?
But I don't.
Oh,
But
good.
I
I
don't.
wanna
I
see
told
it.
you we saw
I wanna
Backstreet
go see
Boys.
the
Did I tell
Eagles
you
again
that?
too, though.
Amazing. But but I don't really
Yeah.
get I don't get
Mhm.
Wizard of Oz because it's not people; they're just playing the movie. But they say like during
And it's I know. They've
no, no,
gotta
and they
be
say that
they're gonna
during
be
like the
putting
tornado, you
graphics, I would
feel
imagine.
like a burst of air, or there's things that you actually
I believe it.
feel like you're participating in. And I felt that. I didn't feel that in you too. I didn't feel any kind of sensory things, but during the Backstreet Boys, I did. There were you did?
I felt it during the Eagles. I think I felt it during Dead and Co. too. Yeah, I did. When we were driving on Sunset Boulevard, when they
Oh
were singing
wow,
Hotel California, I felt
who
like I
knew?
was in a car. And flying over the Rocky Mountains when Joe Walsh was doing Rocky Mountain Way, I felt like I
Okay, then
felt
I'm
like
gonna have
wind
Eagles.
was flying in my face. I don't know if it was
Interesting.
happening or I just
Because
felt that,
I
but
know a couple people
I
that have seen
definitely
the
felt
Eagles multiple
movement.
times. One person I know has got she's gone 3 times, and I love the Eagles songs, but I couldn't imagine. I had wasn't able to imagine them being visual. I just didn't get it. And she said, that's what she said.
It's
And she said all 3 times she went, she sat in 3 different parts of the
it's
venue, and all 3 times it felt like a different experience to her.
so I was up in the 300s where you guys were for Backstreet, which is so high up. My mom went then, and then she also went again, and she was in the
Yeah, that's right.
100s, I think, and she's a totally different experience. That was like she was like at a rock concert in the 100s because you're on the same level as the band, where the 300s you're so far up and the
The
band is like the
experience.
band is an
Yeah.
afterthought. It's just providing a
Hmm.
soundtrack to the visuals.
Hmm.
So
Well, I
it's a
will
very
tell you,
different experience. But I want to see all shows there. I mean, I want to see Backstreet Boys
amazing,
because you've
amazing.
told me it was amazing and it's getting such good reviews, but I couldn't tell you other than Backstreet's Back, oh, because that's their
You
name.
do.
I don't know what song they sing. I'm sure if I heard it, but I don't I don't know which one they did and
I was
or
surprised at
versus
how
In
much I
Sync
knew.
versus the
I
other
was really
ones.
surprised.
Well, I wasn't planning on it, but maybe I'll just go because I want to see every show at the
The visuals
Sphere.
were just amazing. I mean, you've seen so many, right?
I can't even imagine like what visuals. That's
No,
the
me
thing is
too.
it's the
I'm
Sphere.
sure, but it's
I'm
only the
sure
second
any
one I've
show is
gone
going to be
to.
amazing.
You're a pro at this, but
Well, no, I've only been to two shows there, but I my first show
oh,
was the Eagles. So I went after I think they probably because you went to U2, they were the first. So it was they were probably still figuring it all
yeah. Well,
out,
I would go to Backstreet
you
Boys
know, when
again.
you were
So
there.
have a thing because I would totally do it again. Yeah, but I want to do that. I am going to
Let's
do.
go to
I
the
didn't know.
Eagles when they're there.
Yeah,
Did I tell you we're going to Paul
yeah,
McCartney
yes,
October
I am.
4th at
I wish
Allegiant?
Paul McCartney was going to be
That
at the
would be
Sphere because then I'd like it even better. So, they're
no.
saying
That would be
Metallica's in
incredible.
talks to
If
start
they
to go
could
next
do
year.
him, that would be really cool. But could you imagine if like Paul and Ringo did something and then they like beamed in George and John on
That's
this, like they
fun.
played
That's
with
really
them
fun.
on the screens? That would be cool.
Yep, I like that. Um,
That would be
okay, what's a luxury that you have in your life that you can't do without? I guess everybody's definition of luxury is different, but
a steam
well, that's
shower.
interesting. Huh.
I love steam showers, and
I'm
it's
not a
definitely a
shower
luxury.
person, but I get it. I get why you'd say that. Um, Mine is blow dries.
Mm,
Um,
I don't get
but
blowouts.
that, yeah, I would rather if I could only have
So,
a blow dry or a meal out, one or the other. Blow dry. Hmm.
not me. Meal out
But you're so good at
100% of
doing
the
your own
time.
hair because you got such gorgeous, gorgeous hair anyway. But you're
Well,
really
thank
good
you. I
at it.
haven't done it today, but thank you.
Um, and
Thank
okay, well,
you.
I think that might be all the questions. I'm going to save the rest of the questions for our episode 3. And, and then the next show, I'm going to start out. Hi,
Okay.
this is Ariel Gale, my
Perfect.
co-host here.
No, so I would
Well,
happily be your co-host. This
yeah,
is
we'd be
fun,
in
and
different
every time we could be in like different settings.
ever,
'Cause I feel
but we
like
could be
neither of us are
different
ever in
settings.
one spot.
That could be the theme of a show. Guess where we are today? Yeah, yeah.
Where
Or
in the
we could
world
be guess
are
what this
Gloria
food
and Ariel?
product is.
Yeah, we could do that. There's so many
Yeah,
things we could do.
totally so many things.
So many things we could do.
Okay, well, this was fun. So I'm going to text you about us doing this in person, seeing each other anyway, not necessarily doing.
Okay. That would be okay. Let's do
Okay,
part 3
I
in
love that.
person.
Oh, yeah, that's really fun. All right, thank you,
That would be
Ariel, and
fun.
thank you for tuning in, and see you all soon. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks so much for tuning in today, and be sure to follow Gabbing with Girlfriends on here so you never miss an episode. You can also find us on social media for more fun and in-depth conversations. Thank you.